I have a question for you. What would you do if you had some level of it? Well, first of all, let's not even talk about the level of visibility. Let's talk about the mindset in general of a regular person, because you know me, I'm a regular person. You a regular person. We regular. We not really caught up with these celebrities. Shout out to AJ. I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. Thank you, my friend. I always like to acknowledge the people that hold down the platform. What would you do if you were chilling, you were slow motion, living your life, trying to figure it out, working hard as a man and as an individual, and then you find out that your wife, not a girlfriend, not a chick that you just met, a chick that you've been with for a long time, your wife had an OnlyFans. Now let's throw a little bit more salt on top of that. You're a former NBA player, made millions of dollars over the career. Shout out to Carmen. I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. Made millions of dollars over your career. And you find out that your wife, behind your back allegedly, have an OnlyFans. I want to share with you the latest viral clip of what's going on out here in these streets. And I want to get your thoughts. I want to get your thoughts. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and also, Teej Hanley, 30% off your first order plus a free gift.
It's stupid, yo. I can't believe I'm sitting here just finding out you got an OnlyFans page. Out of all these years, yo, the disrespect that comes with it, that you could even talk to me before you did it, that's bullshit, yo. That's up, Keith. I'm telling you, yo, that's up.
Wait, no, calm, but you're not gonna say me, or that's up. It's not up.
You recording me? What you doing?
Listen, it's not up, and we're going to. Okay, look, so I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it.
Of course I'm mad at you just finding out about it.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself, so why should I have to tell you? My choice, my body, my fucking choice.
All right, so let's mine this out a little bit, right? Before we really start to deep dive into it, my initial reaction to this is that I have a few thoughts. Before we dive into the video. My initial reaction to this was this has to be scripted. This has to be set up. Has to be set up. No way in the world. You know, I look at a lot of these videos that go viral with a skeptical eye. And the reason why I say this is a skeptical eye is because social media and everything for that matter has ruined our mindset as to what it is that we can expect to be real or is not real. But we're going to assume it's real. But let me tell you why I always look at everything with a skeptical eye now. Is because you can't trust anybody that's trying to promote, that's trying to finesse. Even when it comes to black people, even when it comes to real estate specifically, right? It's very difficult for people that move on an up and up to then be able to communicate what their thoughts are. Shout out to Jeremy. I'm going to read that super chat shortly. It's very difficult for people to communicate what their thoughts are and to be transparent with their life without people automatically now assuming that you're not moving above board, because so many people before you, like for example, the Caesar case with DJ Envy and stuff like that. So many people before you, PPP loans and all of that. So many people before you, women that's using men and so on and so forth. So many people before you have finessed us. And so now people are very, very apprehensive to just believe the first thing that they see before they start to comment on it, but it doesn't make it any more or any less worthy of having a conversation about, because we're going to assume for the sake of conversation that it's true. But I mean, it's like anything, right? It's very difficult because so many people before us have finessed us and tried to play us and tried to do us dirty and all of this stuff. And so we just look at it with a skeptical eye because we don't know what's real and what's not. Let's assume that it's not real. It's embarrassing. Let's assume that it is real. It's embarrassing. Either way, it's embarrassing. Because if it's not real, let's say hypothetically, because Joe Smith is a real former NBA player that has made millions of dollars in his career. If it's not real, then that means that you clout chasing and thirst trapping for a bag because you probably broke. You're probably broke. If you're sitting there letting your wife, because let's assume that it's not real. Let's assume that she was uploading this and she an unruly woman and she says, my body, my choice, I can do what I want to do, so on and so forth, right? And she still got an OnlyFans. She still uploaded this or she still recorded it and made it available to the internet. So then that means that you tapped out because y'all both are in this together in order to ensure that she can hopefully make some money so that y'all can make sure that y'all can survive. That means it's tight out here. It's hard out here for a pimp. But then let's say that it is true. If it is true, then it's just as, if not more, embarrassing because it means that you still broke and your chick is really putting you on Front Street and you just wiped up a chick that was for the streets. Because if she willing to get on OnlyFans and she your wife, is she your wife and she willing to record it? Either way, you down bad. Either way, you're down bad. And so I keep trying to tell y'all, stop following people and listening to them just because they had a level of visibility, just because they were famous, just because they can put up a basketball, just because they can rap, does not mean that they qualify to give you game on how to be successfully married. Does not mean that they qualify on how it is that they can coach you on how it is that you can be successful when it comes to your relationships, money, none of that. They can't help you. But let's continue to hear it.
You're supposed to come to me and talk to
Joe,
me
I've been talking to you about mad things. I've been asking for solutions to shit. You're not giving me none, so I created one.
That's no solution. Not in my book. That's no solution.
You knew who the fuck I was when you met me.
Before,
I
knew that.
thought that I would never have to go back to anything like this again. But unfortunately, that's not the case right now.
She says, you knew who I was before when you first met me. And I thought that I wouldn't have to go back to doing anything like this, but unfortunately, it's not the case. Scripted or not, you down bad, bro. You down bad, big dog, because she basically calling you broke and putting you on Front Street. And if you're willing to go along with it, that means that you really are down bad. And if this is really something that's real, then you really, really down bad. And you really got with a chick for the streets either way. Simps. And I keep telling people, it's no different from the women that of yesteryear versus this year. Is no difference. Why is it no difference? Because the only thing is, because these is old hoes. This ain't no new hoe. These is old hoes. The only difference is this. They didn't have social media in order for people to be able to put up the camera and do like this. Because they didn't have access to be able to tell y'all their truth. They had to go through other media outlets or get it promoted and all of this stuff, right? Back when Kim K dropped her tape with Ray J, that tape was scripted. Either way, society is down bad. And if a former NBA player is that tapped and is that down bad to where he had to marry a former OF model, and then B, you out here scripting stuff in order to try to get it popping, it's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. Either way, these guys is trash.
After that, everything's supposed to change.
Everything did change.
No. Obviously,
Everything.
it hasn't.
No, it had to. I had
Obviously,
to do something.
It hasn't. You stood out there showing your body. You stood out there doing stuff like this on camera.
You act like that's the only thing that I do. I have mad jobs, but they're not facilitating everything that needs to be done. So I got something extra. OnlyFans be breaking me off. What the fuck?
Come on, Keish, with that. It don't matter what they breaking you off. It's the disrespect that comes with it.
What disrespect?
You couldn't come and talk to me about it.
Okay, well, we're talking about it now.
Because I had to find out on the fly.
All right, then. But now, okay.
No,
so, wait.
I had to find out on the fly.
It's hard for me to believe that he wouldn't know that she had an OF page all of this time. Nobody told you Where's she recording at? When she recording? She got mad job. She working. It's all down bad in my opinion. It's all of it.
So now you know.
Yeah, now I know.
Okay. And so?
Let me ask y'all a question. Because she still has her OF page. Regardless of whether or not this is scripted, they trying to get more visibility. They getting what they want. Cool. Here's my question. Forget the fact that she for the streets. We'll address that on the other channel. We're going to be on the Q show tonight. That's going to be absolutely awesome. Forget all of that, right? Here's my real question for y'all as we mine through this today. Who in their right mind is subscribing to her OF page? Y'all subscribing to these old hoes OF page now? I don't believe in paying for box. I don't believe in paying for box. But let's assume that you're paying for box. Of all of the different OF pages that you can subscribe to, of all of the different OF pages that you can get into, y'all going with this? Seriously. Of all of the different options that you can go with, if you're going to spend money on the internet for something that you can't touch in real life, y'all going for this? If y'all going for this, y'all trash. I'm just going to say it right now. Anybody that is subscribed to her OF page, you down bad. You down bad if you got a fetish for her OF page. That's crazy to me. Of all of the things and all of the commentary, I know it's going to be plenty of people that break this down and say that she for the streets and all of this other type of stuff. Forget all that. Almost all of y'all is for the streets. We know this. We know that you are opening up your legs to men that you're not married to in order to feel good and make you feel good in a place that you've never been before and all this other type of stuff. Some of y'all doing it for $40. Some of y'all hopefully is hoping to get your rent paid. Some of you getting buzzed down for free. We get it. My question is, are y'all paying for an OF page from a chick that's like for Joe Smith's wife? He got the most generic name that I've ever heard of any celebrity or any NBA player in my entire life. Y'all telling me that y'all are willing to subscribe to Joe Smith, a former NBA player's chick for the streets wife? We all down bad if that's what the case is. Ain't no saving us. Throw away the key.